A year ago, daily driving a 60-year-old truck sounded like either a terrible idea or one of the coolest things I've ever done. And honestly, ended up being both. When most people think about classic vehicles, they think about weekend toys, something you drive once a month, maybe to a car show. But for the last year, this truck has become my actual transportation. Work, grocery store, late night drives, road trips, cruise-ins. It wasn't a show truck anymore. It just became part of my life. And after a year of doing this, I learned a few things. One, you need a backup plan. The first thing I learned is simple. If you drive a daily classic vehicle, you need a plan B. That could be another vehicle, a motorcycle, a bicycle, Uber, Lyft, a friend, AAA. Basically, eventually, something will break. And when it does, you'll need a way to still function while you fix it. Two, short commutes change everything. One reason this worked for me is because I live and work in the same town. That changes everything. Short commutes mean less stress on the truck, less heat, less traffic, and honestly, less stress on you. I probably wouldn't recommend this lifestyle if you're driving more than an hour one way to work. Three, owning your vehicle feels different. One thing modern cars normalize is debt. Most classic vehicles are old enough that banks don't really finance them. So when you buy one, you usually own it. No car payments, no giant depreciation. And honestly, there's something mentally freeing about driving something that belongs to you. Four, classic car insurance is surprisingly cheap. This one surprised me. Insurance on classic cars can actually be pretty affordable, but I highly recommend specialty classic car insurance because normal insurance companies usually don't understand what these vehicles are actually worth. Five, comfort becomes a project. My truck doesn't even have air conditioning. In Texas, that becomes very real, very fast. So over time, I started improving comfort little by little. Heat shielding, fans, better airflow, coolers full of water, even seat warmers in the winter. You just start by learning to work with the vehicle instead of expecting modern luxury. Six, AAA is worth every single penny. I used to think roadside assistant was unnecessary until I actually needed it. And after sitting on the side of the road at night, diagnosing a failed fuel pump, trust me, AAA is just part of the build at this point. Seven, new parts aren't always good parts. This might have been the biggest mechanical lesson I learned. Just because a part is new doesn't mean it's good. I've had new parts fail, and honestly, that experience completely changed how I buy parts now. Cheap parts usually fail at the worst possible time. Eight, learn basic repairs. You do not need to be a master mechanic to daily drive a classic. Write that down. But you do need to have an understanding of the basics: fuel, spark, and air. If you understand those three things, you can diagnose most problems well enough to get yourself home in a classic vehicle. Nine, the community is one of the best parts. One thing I didn't expect was how many people these classic vehicles connect you with. Car meets, cruise in, random conversations at a gas station. I've had complete strangers walk up and tell me stories about trucks that their dads used to own. And honestly, that's becoming one of the best parts of all of this. 10, the truck changed me. That might sound strange, but daily driving a classic vehicle changes the way you think. You slow down. You live in the moment. You pay attention more, you become more patient, you stop treating driving like a chore and start treating it more like an experience. So, after a full year, I don't think the truck just taught me about classic vehicles. I think it taught me something about myself too. Because in this world where everything is disposable, there's something meaningful about keeping something old alive. And maybe that's the real reason people drive classic vehicles.